I live in a good and peaceful neighborhood, tucked behind a row of perfectly trimmed hedges and polite smiles. The HOA runs things around here, and for a while, life was smooth. Mowing on Thursdays, trash out by 8, and no neon holiday lights past January. Things went well with just about everyone. Except, you guessed it, Karen. Karen, the self-appointed guardian of HOA order, with binoculars for eyes and a clipboard that never left her hip. I swear if someone breathed the wrong way, she'd have a violation letter at their door before they could sneeze twice. Welcome to Prodigy Tales. Make sure you like and subscribe for your top-notch HOA drama. It all started when I got a warning letter. The paper read in bold red, "This is a no-smoking community. Further violations will result in fines." That would have made sense if I ever smoked outside, but I didn't. I smoked privately inside my own bedroom, with all my windows closed. It was my little secret, my end-of-day ritual. How the hell did Karen know? At first, I figured maybe I got careless. Maybe once I wandered too close to the window and she caught a glimpse of the smoke. Or maybe she was walking her dog at just the wrong moment. It felt unlikely, but I brushed it off. No point starting a war over a misunderstanding. But deep down, something itched at me. Karen knew something she wasn't supposed to. I tried to shake it off, tried to chalk it up to coincidence. She's nosy, not magical, right? But that woman has a way of making you doubt yourself. I let it go that day. I figured I'd just keep my distance, close the blinds tighter, and stay away from the windows. But something told me this wasn't over, that this was only the first move in a game I didn't realize I'd been dragged into. Before we dive in deeply, let us know in the comments where you're watching this story from. I wasn't even trying to hide it this time. After Karen's ridiculous warning, I made sure the next smoke session happened deep inside my room, door sealed, curtains drawn, fan on, every possible measure taken to make sure no scent or hint of smoke escaped. I even placed a draft stopper under the door just in case. There was absolutely no logical way anyone could have known what I was doing. And yet, 2 mornings later, I found a bright red envelope taped to my door like a badge of shame. HOA violation, unauthorized smoking, fine, $250. That's when it stopped being weird and started getting creepy. I stood there for a full minute, staring at the fine like it had crawled out of a horror movie. There were no open windows, no doors left ajar, no accidental sightings. Karen was too precise, too fast. It was as if she was watching from inside the walls. And if that wasn't enough, the very next violation landed the following week, this time for unauthorized pet presents. My dog Bruno had never been outside. Never. I snuck him in weeks ago and hadn't even told my closest friend about him. He didn't bark, he didn't whine, he didn't make a single peep when anyone was near the door. No cameras could have caught him from the outside. The only way anyone would know he existed was from inside. And suddenly, it all made sense. A few weeks back, while I was gone for the weekend, the HOA called saying they received a neighbor complaint about a water leak coming from my house. They claimed they had no choice but to enter for emergency inspection. I didn't think twice back then. I just assumed they were doing their job. Now I knew better. That wasn't a leak. That was a setup. That was her opening. Heart racing, I began a top-to-bottom search of the house. Ceiling tiles, smoke alarms, light sockets, nothing. But then, right there in my bedroom, hidden in the corner of my bookshelf between a fake plant and an old trophy, I found it. A tiny black camera. Blinking. Watching. Live. Karen had crossed a line. I didn't sleep that night. I just sat on my bed, staring at that creepy little lens like it was a live grenade. My heart was pounding, not from fear. No, I was furious. This wasn't just an invasion of privacy. This was illegal, obsessive, psychotic. But I needed more than anger. I needed proof. Hard, undeniable proof. So I took that camera and brought it to my tech-savvy Marcus, who worked in cybersecurity. He plugged it into his laptop and started doing his wizardry. "This thing's not just recording," he muttered. "It's transmitting. Live feed, encrypted, but traceable." My blood ran cold. 15 minutes later, Marcus cracked it. "Got an IP address. Want to guess where it leads?" "Try me." Karen's house, direct feed. There it was. All the questions, all the strange finds, all the impossible coincidences confirmed. Karen had a live window into my life, and she'd been using it to build up a case against me. Petty fines, fake moral superiority, micromanaging me like I was her personal reality show. She watched me sleep, eat, smoke, live. Disgusting. I called my lawyer that same night. I was done playing games. He told me to keep everything: camera footage, logs, timestamps, even the HOA fine letters. We were going to bury her. And the best part? I didn't even have to confront her. But oh, did I want to? I couldn't stop imagining the look on her face, how she'd spin it, how she'd squirm and whine about community safety or regulation enforcement, as if spying on someone naked in their bedroom was a civic duty. The next few days, I acted normal. I nodded when I saw her. I even waved. She grinned smugly like she'd won some war I hadn't even known I was in. Let her enjoy it, because the court summons was already on its way. With everything my lawyer collected, it wasn't just a privacy violation. It was trespassing, stalking, illegal surveillance, emotional distress, and a dozen other things that stacked like dynamite. I recorded everything. Her voice through the walls, her bizarre questions, her slips, like asking about a shirt I only wore inside my room. And I smiled through it all. The calm before the storm was beautiful. Karen's face when she read the subpoena was priceless. One second, she was all smug and HOA queen-like. The next, she was squinting at the legal document like it was written in Martian. "You think you're going to fry me with this little stunt?" she hissed, clutching the paper like it burned. "You'll regret this. I'll cook you alive in court." Yeah, sure, Karen. Court day came, and I was dressed like the calm before a legal storm. Karen walked in, acting like she owned the building, heels clicking, lips pursed, eyes glaring at me like lasers. She had that "I've watched 3 seasons of Law and Order, so I know everything" confidence. That lasted about 5 minutes. My lawyer didn't waste time. "Your Honor," he began, "the defendant unlawfully entered my client's home under false pretenses and installed surveillance equipment in his private bedroom. The footage was then used to issue fraudulent HOA violations, including one concerning my client's private behavior." The judge's eyes narrowed. Karen jumped up like a jack-in-the-box. "He was smoking in his room, Your Honor. He has a pet that isn't registered. I saw it all." My lawyer held up the device we pulled from my room. This is how she saw it. Surveillance footage routed straight to her personal email and cloud drive. Karen's jaw unhinged. "And here's the HOA maintenance report," he continued, "filed under emergency plumbing leak." A lie Karen used to gain unauthorized access to the property while my client was away. Karen went nuclear. "You little punk. You think this is over? This is a setup." The judge slammed his gavel. "Enough, Miss Karen. You are hereby fined $150,000 in damages for illegal surveillance, defamation, and invasion of privacy. Furthermore, you will serve a 3-year jail sentence. This is a violation of state and federal privacy laws." Karen tried to lunge at me, screaming, "You ruined me," as security held her back. The courtroom was stunned. A woman gasped. Someone actually clapped. The rest of the HOA board resigned that same week. All my fines? Erased. I even got a formal apology letter and a 1-year waiver on HOA dues. Karen now spends her days behind bars, learning about boundaries the hard way. The end. Please like and subscribe for more HOA showdowns like this. Have you had a similar encounter with a Karen or anyone in the HOA board? Let us know in the comments.